Hello viewers and welcome to episode 1 of the ZigWheels EV Hillclimb Challenge. Now we have already done the urban real world test of all these 4 scooters and those videos are live on the ZigWheels YouTube channel. However, there was one nagging question. Can you actually live with an EV in the hilly areas? And we are here to find that answer. But before I proceed further, boys, 3, 2, 1, go! Now you guys might be wondering why we have selected all these 4 scooters, and the answer is quite simple. These claim to have the highest range and are the most premium EVs on sale in India. The TVS iQube and the Ather 450X are our long-termers, and if you guys have any queries, do drop them in the comments and we will answer them in our upcoming long-term video. As for the Bajaj Chetak, it's with us, it's a media unit and it's with us for the next 2 weeks. And the Ola, it's a customer unit because Ola didn't give us a media unit. Now I have to gear up and reach the checkpoint 1 before the boys reach over there. So see you there. For this hill climb, we have chosen the steep hills of Lavasa. The starting point is the Themga Dam and the end point is the Lavasa city entrance on top of the hill. The challenge is simple. Which scooter can clock the highest range till it runs dry, and the vehicle will be awarded 1 point for every kilometer it covers. To ensure there is no hyper-milling, the riders will have to ride at speeds between 30 to 40 kmph in eco mode. And to make sure that performance is factored in, there are 2 checkpoints, with the first electric scooter receiving 10 points and the following scooters 2 points less respectively. To ensure all scooters have 100% charge, they were shipped to the starting point. And to keep the challenge fair, we have added ballast on the lighter riders. Also, the ambient temperature was lower than normal for this part of the world, and this should help the scooters in extracting better range. Welcome back viewers, update 1 from checkpoint number 1. As you can see, the iQube was the quickest to reach checkpoint 1 and it was also the fastest scooter in the top speed challenge. It clocked 36 kph. The second scooter to arrive here was the Ather 450X. It managed a top speed of 28 kph. And the third scooter was the Chetak. It managed a top speed of 36 kph, but there is a catch. In eco mode, it was able to do 18 kph. After that, it automatically switched to sport mode. So whether it will affect the range or not, we shall find out. And one more update, the Ola hasn't reached yet. As you can see, I've been waiting here for a long time. I think I have to go down and see what's the status of the Ola. Hopefully it's still working. Let's see. So guys, an update, the Ola wasn't running in the eco mode on the incline. It was struggling a lot. We are trying it now in the normal mode. It might affect range or not. We'll have to wait and watch, and hopefully this works. So the riders and the scooters have made it to the top of Lavasa, and the details are interesting. First, let's tackle the battery range. It's the iQube that leads the charge with 85% battery remaining, closely followed by the Ola at 84%, the Ather is at 83%, while the Chetak is at 79%. However, things change when we talk about distance to empty. It's the Ola which is on top with a range of 115 km, followed by the Ather at 86 km, the Chetak at 66 km, while the iQube is showing just 54 km. But the second leg of this challenge starts. Now they will go downhill, and this is where regen will kick in. So how is the regen performance of these scooters? We shall find out soon. Boys, so guys, our riders and their scooters have completed their first hill climb up and down, and the results are quite interesting. First up is the battery consumption. It has reduced by 5% on the iQube, 4% on the Ather, 3% on the Ola, and just 1% on the Chetak. And when we talk about DT, things get really interesting. So it has reduced by 5 km on the Ather, 4 km on the Ola, while the iQube shows that it has increased by 54 km. So clearly the DT on the iQube isn't accurate. As for the Chetak, the DT has increased by 7 km. So in terms of regen, the Chetak is clearly the winner. So now our riders will keep on going up and down the mountain. There will be no further checkpoints, and they will run the scooters till they run dry. So which scooter will go the farthest? It will be something really interesting. And the long hours for the riders began. Honestly, I didn't expect these EVs to even return 50% of their tested range. I was so wrong. Really wrong. Despite having the smallest motor, the Bajaj Chetak soldiered on. However, on incline, we noticed that it automatically switched to sport mode when the load got heavy on the motor. As expected, it was the first to run out of juice. The console showed 2 km of range, and one could walk with the scooter but not ride it. In eco mode, the Ather 450X was trying its best to extract the most range, and that meant Bernard couldn't even cross speeds above 30 kmph during the climb. What worked for the Ather is its sublime handling, and Bernard was grinning. However, his happiness was short-lived. The Ather gave up before the iQube, and this was a shocker for us, because we thought it would be rather close between the Ola and the Ather. When it ran out of battery, the lights and the consoles were still functional on the 450X. The TVS iQube was the only scooter to deliver consistent performance, as Praveen was averaging speeds between 35 to 40 kmph rather easily in eco mode. The regen tech also proved to be a boon and helped it in edging out the Ather. But the scooter shuts down when you're out of range. This can be a bit dangerous as you're doing speeds around 25 to 30 kmph when this happens. So if you're riding the iQube at very low battery levels, be aware that there is no vehicle behind you and you are in the slow lane. They say there is no replacement to displacement, and in the case of EVs, that holds true for battery capacity. While the Ola S1 Pro started off on a disappointing note, once in normal mode it performed seamlessly and clocked the highest range to win this test. But there was one more twist in the tail for the Ola. While it managed to clock the highest range, it stopped with 5% battery in reserve. You see, when the charge falls below 15%, the scooter automatically switches to eco mode, and this restricts its performance on inclined roads. So basically, one can utilize 85% battery potential of the Ola S1 on hilly roads while going uphill. As you guys can see, it's been a long day in the office for us. We have finally managed to finish the hill climb challenge. The scooters have been loaded up and they are heading to the office. By now, you guys would have figured out that the Ola has won this challenge in terms of the distance. But there are two key questions. First, what was the range clocked by Ola and the other scooters, and the second question is whether the Ola S1 Pro has really won this challenge. Welcome back viewers, we set out on this challenge to find out whether you can live with an EV in the hilly terrains, and the answer is a resounding yes. All these 4 scooters managed to nail this test, but like every competition there are some winners and losers. Let us start with the Bajaj Chetak. It has the smallest motor and the smallest battery capacity, and despite this it managed 68 kilometers. Now I know that it isn't a big figure, but it isn't too shabby. What worked for the Chetak is its consistent performance, and it clearly has the perfect regen tech out here. The biggest problem for the Chetak though is its exorbitant pricing. Next up is the Ather 450X. We had very high expectations from this scooter as it's our personal favorite here at ZigWheels. While the 450X didn't disappoint us, but it also didn't wow us, something it has managed to do in the past. There are 2 problem areas for the 450X. First one is the performance. Bernard wasn't able to clock speeds above 30 kph while going uphill, and the performance dropped further as the battery levels went down. Second thing, the Ather 450X is the most expensive scooter in this comparison. Now let us talk about the scooter that surprised me the most, the TVS iQube. It managed to clock 83 kilometers before running dry. What's most impressive about this scooter is its performance. Praveen was able to hold speeds between 35 to 40 kmph consistently in eco mode, and that allowed the iQube to reach the checkpoints in first place and gain some valuable points. The other good thing about the iQube is its regen tech, which is clearly the best among all these 4 scooters and helped it in gaining more range. And finally, the Ola S1 Pro. Yes, the eco mode was rather useless in this test and we had to switch to normal mode. But the large battery capacity really helped it in clocking the highest range at 93 kilometers. And also once the scooter was in normal mode, the performance of the scooter was also decent. So as you guys can see, for sheer range, the Ola S1 Pro is a clear winner. But when you factor in the point system for this test, it's rather close between the iQube and the Ola. For sheer range, the Ola S1 Pro leads the charge. But when you factor in consistent performance and value, this is where the TVS iQube shines through, and for these very reasons, the iQube wins this inaugural ZigWheels Hillclimb Challenge. So this was the first ZigWheels Hillclimb Challenge. Did you guys like this video or not? Do let us know in the comments, and if you guys have any more suggestions to make this test even more better in the future, please share those opinions. Also, if you guys have an EV and live in the hilly areas, do share your experience with the products in the comment section, as it will help us in understanding them better and also improve our content in the future. Thank you for watching ZigWheels. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also do follow us on Instagram. See you. Thank you for watching again. Please don't like.
सही है, सही पकड़ा।